Hi, welcome back to my channel. Um, in today's video, we are going to be filming March's budget. I am delayed in putting this out um, because I couldn't find, well, I flipped through this sticker book and didn't think I had the date stickers in here, but apparently I did. And so I spent like 2 days looking for them in order to date the planner because the planner is undated. And so what do I not have? Tweezers. Okay, so I guess we're going to have to do this without tweezers. Oh, I have tweezers. I didn't put them back where they belong. So let's do this. Like I said, I have today is March. I have a couple months done already. I didn't film January or February. I just had a lot going on. So let's see what we're going to do. We're going to put January. Ooh, not January, March. Oh, good Lord. I'm assuming those go on the day. Okay, so let's I think those go for January. And I mean, these. So let's not put the months on there yet because I don't know what I'm doing. So let's set that to the side and let's get an ink pen. I am going to be honest with you. This year is the first year that I bought the Caliber Plan budget planner, in case you don't know. That's what I'm using. The Caliber Plan budget planner. I bought it on a buy sell trade group last year. And I thought I was going to like it. However, I might have only used it for a month or two. But I really didn't give it a real good trial. But what I'm finding is I don't like, let me show you, because I do photocopy and just kind of, let's see if I can cover up. Okay, so I don't like the way that is. I don't know if you, hopefully you can see it. I don't like the way that's turning out. I have a lot of bills. But I've misplaced my sticker paper. What I'm going to do is once I find my sticker paper or buy more sticker paper, I'm going to change the way we set this up. And so I get paid twice a month. This is March, so I'm going to get paid on the 6th because the 6th is, I get paid on the 7th and the 22nd of every month, unless they're on a holiday or a weekend. The 7th of March is on a Saturday, and so I won't get paid. I'll get paid on the 6th instead. And I think, if I'm correct, I'll get paid on the 20th as well. And then I have a miscellaneous line. The miscellaneous line is going to be for um, tax returns, refunds that I get. I use Rakuten. Yeah, Rakuten. So like February, I got a check for the money I spent for Christmas. And it was a nice amount. So I put that in my bank account. Well, not in my bank account. It gets paid out to PayPal, but I still count that as income because I use that to pay like my PayPal credit card or like um, whatnot. So um, I'm going to hopefully do this as quickly as possible because this is just March's setup. Um, so we get my mortgage is on the 1st. And let's put mortgage. And that's 810. I have on the 2nd, I have Apple Pay and O2 and Sam's Club. I have 2 Sam's Club accounts. Or not accounts, credit cards. I have one that's just a Sam's Club card. And then I have a Sam's Club MasterCard that I can use anywhere outside of Sam's Club. The Sam's Club card I can only use at Sam's Club and I think Walmart. And this month I have my Lane Bryant credit card. Every year at Christmas time, Lane Bryant has a blowout sale on their undergarments, and so I stock up on those at that time of the year because I'm a bigger girl and I can't just shop at Walmart for my undergarments. So sadly, I have to stock up. And this year I put it on my credit card, so I have to. It was only a small amount. I think it's less than $100, so that'll be paid off in 2 months. Lane Bryant. I have my HWA. That's my home warranty account, which reminds me, let's make a note of that. Call to cancel NRG. AC heating. I have a home warranty account. I have 2, but they break them out into 3 payments. One is for the repairs. If in the event that like my sewer backs up or my plumbing backs up or like my dishwasher stopped working, that HWA covers that, minus $100 deductible. My first year here in my house after I bought it, this HWA more than paid for itself, because the first year I purchased my house, I purchased it in the cooler months. I purchased it in like February, March. So the heating was on and it worked perfectly fine. When it was time to switch to air conditioning, it did not switch. They came out, they fixed it. And then when it was time to switch back to heat in the September, October, November, whatever month, it then wouldn't turn back to heat. And so they came out and fixed it again. And then like the next year, my dishwasher broke, or maybe it was the dryer, but anyway, it more than pays for itself. Last year, it really did pay for itself. Again, because my hot water heater broke and I ended up only having to pay $700, which is more than the deductible. I can't talk. But NRG, extra storage. But it was still cheaper than like having to pay out of pocket for everything. In case you don't know, the last few years have been difficult for me. My mom passed away. I had several family members pass away over the last couple months. So anyway, I say all that to say I pay extra storage for my mom's storage unit. For months I wasn't prepared to go through it. So it kind of just sat there. And I didn't want to get rid of it because I know for a fact that there are some items in there that I do in fact want, like the photo albums. And so I was paying on it. And yes, I know there are many people out there who will say it would have just been cheaper for you to go ahead and go through the storage unit and get rid of it. Get rid of the stuff you don't want and take out the stuff you want to keep and get rid of it. But that's easier said than done most of the time. So I finally decided to start going through it. And then we got hit with several back-to-back snowstorms. And so it just prevented me from getting to the unit to clean it out fully. So hopefully by mid-year that should be completely done. I'm hoping. Actually, 135. Okay. Also, in case you see here, yes, I do have 2 PayPal accounts as well. Same thing with Sam's Club. I have one PayPal account that is just PayPal. You can only use it for PayPal. And then I have a PayPal credit card that I can use anywhere. I'm still paying on Best Buy. My Best Buy credit card is not just a store credit card. It is a everyday credit card. And I think I charged a whole bunch of stuff for my car. A year ago or so, I had an issue where my car it would randomly cut off, or not randomly cut off, but it would randomly just not start. And it was like no rhyme or reason to it. And so I was told not to drive the car, to have it towed to the dealership, and they would look at it and blah, 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 blah. So long story short, I had it towed to the dealership. That cost me, I was told that the tow would be included in my not repair bill. It would be covered under my warranty because my car is still under warranty. And it turns out that it is only covered under warranty if you are getting the repair services done under warranty. Well, it turns out that my repairs were not what they thought they were going to be. And I ended up paying a pretty penny for it. And needless to say, I will never recommend the dealership that I dealt with ever again. And I won't name their names, but basically what happened was I was told, hey, have it towed here. I said, I don't want to have it towed there because they're about 30 minutes from my home. So I knew the tow bill was going to be expensive. And they said, oh, no, don't worry. Tow is covered under your warranty. So they came and picked it up and towed it out there. They had my car for like 3 or 4 days. When they got it, the car was starting perfectly fine. Matter of fact, the guy drove it onto the flatbed. It wasn't a problem of it running. Once it started, it would run perfectly fine, but it just wouldn't start sometimes. And so I took it I said, before you do anything, can you check the battery? Because I had Advanced Automotive or whatever one of those auto repair stores checked the battery, and they said it wasn't the battery, it was something else that was throwing codes. But I said, that's just weird. Can you check that first? So they got the car. They said the car is running fine, blah, blah, blah. They haven't had any issues with it not starting. I said, okay, of course, because I've sent it to you. It's not going to do that. But anyway, so they were like, well, we want to keep it for a couple extra days, see if we can replicate the issue. They never, apparently they drained my battery. The battery was completely dead. So, they had to jumpstart my car. Well, in case you don't know this, newer Jeeps, if you have to jumpstart the car and you have an error code in the car, when you jumpstart the battery, it deletes the error code. So now the error code's not there. They don't believe the paperwork that I gave them that says here's the error code, because they're like, well, we got to make it do that, and the error code's not popping back up. Anyway, Navy Fed. Anyway, 112. I say all that to say that they couldn't replicate it. They couldn't make the error code pop back up. So then they said, well, I think it was like some kind of belt or something. They were saying it was potentially the issue. But because they couldn't make the error code come back up and the error codes disappeared, they can't do the repair. That's one. Two, even if they were to have the error code, the part that was needed to make the repair on my car was not going to be available for at least 3 months. It was on back order. And they knew this. And so they were like, well, we can do, even if it were that code, one, the part is back ordered. It's like a 3-month wait for it. And then two, you have to do XYZ before you do anything else. And I'm like, that was never explained to me on the phone when I discussed that this is the potential issue. I said, what y'all told me was don't drive the car because of whatever the potential issue was. It could cause it to just shut down on the middle of the highway. Anyway, so long story short, I got real frustrated. I was like, don't touch my vehicle anymore. I'm going to come get it. Household. Oh, let's do unbudgeted. I said, don't touch my vehicle anymore. I'm going to come get it. And we'll go from there. Well, that's when the issue popped up. I got hit with almost $1,000 repair bill, and they did nothing to my car. because I got hit with a $300 and some tow bill for having my car towed to them. I got hit with a $389 diagnostic fee for them to try to diagnose the issue, but not. I got hit with a whole slew of fees. And then on top of that, they said, well, also we think the battery might be dead. Like, you need to replace it. And that's going to cost you $500. And so I was like, oh yeah, no, don't touch my car. I'm coming to get it. And so I went and got it. And it cost me a pretty penny. So I had not budgeted for all of that. So I'm still paying all of that off. I say all that to say that I'm still paying it off. So that's the unfortunate part. Like I said, I don't like the way this is set up. Let me show you how I typically set this up. I think I figured out a method to my madness. I think I'm liking this way. So if I can like cut that out and put that in here, or cut out like the headers, because it just makes it easier for me to see. I don't, this is typically why I don't use these pre-set planners, because I don't typically like the categories they put. But she didn't, she just puts the header. She doesn't put like daycare or, this expense or that expense. So I do appreciate that, because I don't have the typical expenses. Like some people put, like I have medication. I've had a medical condition for almost 10 years now. And so I take constant medication. I am going to the doctors every 3 months. With that, I go to the doctors every 3 months. I get lab work done every 3 months. I'm going to have prescriptions for the foreseeable future. So I have a category for medical, because that's something that applies to me. Like, I don't have HOA dues. I don't have daycare. I don't have those type of expenses. So this is how my budget looks. Like I said, I don't really like the setup, but I'm going to make it work, because I'm not going to waste my money on another planner. Another planner. And just, it just makes it harder. And so, actually, if I would have thought about that, I could have used her dots. Maybe that's what I'll do. Instead of, let's see if I can. I'm rambling here, so please forgive me. Oh no, her boxes are just, they're too big for the actual budget, but they're probably just right for they're probably just right for the calendar view. So yeah, no. Okay, so we'll bypass that for now. And then we'll go from there. So, okay, enough of me rambling. I'm I'm done setting up my budget. I will check in. I think the first was on a Sunday, so I've included that in. I'm going to include that in my weekly budget. So I will see you again on probably the 9th. Hopefully I can get these videos like edited and uploaded in a timely fashion. I'm definitely going to start filming them, even if and uploading, not just filming, because I filmed a couple and I'm just like, ew, I make myself cringe. And so I haven't really uploaded. So I'm going to really start being intentional about that and trying really hard. So that is all for now. Thank you for joining me. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking on that bell notification so you're notified the next time that I upload. Have a good day. Bye.